Greetings and blessings, blessings and greetings. Blessed souls, Danzo Goodman, and we're live from Kesakran Heights. It's now the 29th day of Adar, the last day of Adar. And as the tradition of Israel, as we look at the beginning of the month of Adar or at the end of the month of Adar, Mashenichnas Adar Marbin Besimcha. So in a sense, today is the culmination or whatever joy, simcha we would try to gather in this month for ourselves and our families and for the general community of human beings on this blessed earth. And I'd like to start off, in the past I've tried to offer some humble blessings, but I think I'd like to offer some humble Torah by one of the wisest men who ever lived, Shlomo Melech, King Solomon, from his classic work, Proverbs, Mishlei. Mishlei Shlomo ben David Melech Yisrael, the prophet Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. Ladat chochma u'musar lahavin imre vina. In order to make known words of wisdom and discipline, to make words of understanding discernible. Lakachat musar haskel tzedek u'mishpat u'masharim. To accept wise discipline, righteousness, justice, and fairness. Letet liftayim Toyim Arma Lenar Da'at Umazima, to provide simpletons with cleverness, youth with knowledge and design. Yishma Chochem v'Yosef Lekach v'Novon Tachbulot Yichne, that a wise man may hear and increase his learning, and a discerning one may acquire strategies. Yirat Adonai Reshet Da'at Chochma u'Musa avilim bazu. The fear of the Almighty is the beginning of knowledge. Foolish ones scorn wisdom and discipline. I actually skipped over a verse, so we'll go back to verse 5. Yishma Chochem Yosef Lechach Novan Tachbulat Yichne, that a wise man may hear and increase his learning, and a discerning one may acquire strategies. Lahavin mashal melitza divri chacham chidutam, and to understand a parable and epigram, the words of the wise and their enigmas. Where are we going with this, blessed souls? Well, many people feel sometimes they didn't get the proper education, therefore they never will get the proper education. So where can we turn to realize that we can overcome the environmental circumstances that we were born into, and our current environmental circumstances, which at times might not seem to be encouraging us to seek the wisdom of the times? And I'm not talking about the wisdom of foolishness, the wisdom of proper human conduct, whether you find it in the eternal Torah teachings or just standard human decency. Well, we can look we don't have to look any further, blessed souls, than something which is appropriate for the time of our preparing for our blessed season of Pesach, Passover. We have something, blessed souls, that we of Israel recite on the night, the first night of Pesach, and the second night of Pesach, Passover. It's called the Haggadah. Basically what it is a bedtime children's story, which is actually not just for children of chronological measure, but for children of all ages, because all of us are children of the Most High. And this one particular piece that I'm going to read for you, blessed, is actually taken from the Tanakh, from the Sefer Joshua, who took over the leadership of Israel from Moses, the mighty Levite prophet. And it's a teaching like this for myself personally, and I'm not here to promote it or sell you the faith of Israel, but this is why I, as a member of the nation of Israel, embrace it, and I educate my children, and I share it with my wife, and any of the members of my community. But also I want to take the teaching and extract out of it a lesson for any person, whether they be of the nation of Israel or of the blessed children of Noah, descendants of Noah, the ones who went out of the ark over 4,113 years ago, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And what is the instruction here? To help us realize no matter what we're born into, we can always go to the next level of seeking wisdom, which is what King Solomon was referring to in those first several verses of Mishlei, of Proverbs I read to you. So here we go, blessed souls. And I'm going to read it in English. In the beginning, and we Jewish people around the world, Jewish Israelite people around the world, read this in any language. But this point is brought out in every year, twice a year. If we live outside the land of Israel, for those who live in the Holy Land, they say there's once a year. And we say the following. In the beginning, our ancestors were idol worshippers. But now the all-present one has brought us close to his worship, as the verse states, that Yehoshua, again, the one who took over the leadership of the 12 tribes of Israel and led the people into the land of Israel over 3,321 years ago, Joshua said to the people, this is what God, the God of Israel, said. So here's a transmission that Yehoshua, the Navi, the prophet, was transmitting to all of the people about to move over into the land of Israel. And this is the following what we were taught. And we read this every year at the Passover Seder. Your ancestors used to live across the river. Terach, who was the father of Abraham, and Nachor's father, who was the brother of Nachor, they served foreign gods. The Almighty continued, as he explained to Yeshua, to explain to the people, but I took your father Abraham from across the river, and I led him through the whole land of Canaan. I multiplied his offspring. I gave him Yitzhak, Isaac, and to Yitzhak I gave Yaakov and Esau, Jacob and Esau. To Esau I gave Mount Seir to possess it, and Yaakov and his sons went down to Egypt. And that's in Yehoshua, chapter 24, verses 2 through 4. But so we see there's a very important lesson here. We, the Israelite people who received the Torah at Mount Sinai, we started from very humble beginnings. And through the sacrifice of our ancestors, most notably Abraham, Yitzhak, Isaac, and Jacob, Yaakov, we're able to overcome ourselves and move on to the next level. But this is not just a time for us to celebrate those special moments that we experienced over 3,000 years ago, but to share this knowledge with all the nations of the world, the blessed children of Noach, that all of us can overcome ourselves to move to the next level of awareness and share that awareness with others, and not be embarrassed by our humble beginnings, because the good portion, if not the majority of the human race throughout history, have not been given a proper education. And with that proper education will be manifested very speedily in our days, b'dar chinom, in a pleasant way, b'dar shalom, in a peaceful way through Mashiach Tzidkenu, our righteous Messiah, the Lion of Judah. Ayashal Yehuda will roar out the Torah of eternity for all of us, to reveal dimensions of Torah which have never yet been revealed, not even to the greats of yesteryear, of the Israelites, or even the prophets of the nations. Signing off, hoping everyone will stop to consider that it is no shame not to start off in the right place, but to realize that the Most High is the source of time, soul, and space. He will lead us if we want to be led into eternity with the eternal teachings of Torah. So Baba rejoice. L'hamshich, to be continued, ba'ofen nitzchi, in an eternal way.